Hi everyone, I thought I'd give people an update and add another topic to the previous video. Just an update, Olga's parents have been granted a visa for Australia and we're currently organising travel and flights and all those sorts of things. Thanks to everyone who has donated, it has been a real help. We're extremely fortunate that the Australian government has stood by their word in relation to visas. There are many people who are not so fortunate as us, and this video is a small effort to guide those who want to do more. The war sadly continues on and the uncertainty grows. I'm sure lots of you have been keeping up with the news. It's pretty tragic and things are heading towards some real crisis points as troop numbers for the Russians build up on the borders. The Ukrainians are valiantly fighting, and it seems that the majority of the world are 100% behind them. The level of support internationally has grown steadily, even though for some it may have come a little later than wanted. But better late than never is always a good thing. I've had quite a few people ask the same questions, and I often see these questions posted online from people who have a full intention of getting involved and helping but don't really quite know where to start. Unfortunately, being so far away here in Australia, it's very difficult to know where to turn to offer help, and the number of organisations that have sprung up overnight is to be applauded, but as a downside it can be rather overwhelming as to what to choose and where to go. It also doesn't help that some of the best ways to donate are through people who you know on the ground, like some contacts we have, or to places that have no English information about how to donate, being in Cyrillic alphabet, or what the money will be used for. This can place a barrier between those with good intentions and getting money to where it's needed. Sadly, I also have to warn people that there are scammers for sure, and they're willing to stoop to taking advantage of people in a crisis. It's awful, but it happens. Thankfully, these are a minority of links and organizations. I'd also run a search through Google if you're unsure and see if you can spot anybody mentioning it as a potential scam. That's always a good way to kind of, weed out some of the scammers. Usually it'll be a smaller organization that does it. Okay, so I've compiled a list of places where you can help send funds. It's a very small list. Basically, it's designed to kind of give people some themes. So for humanitarian donations, I'd suggest Ukraine Crisis Appeal, which is a partnership between Rotary International, the Australian Federation of Ukrainian Organizations, and Caritas Ukraine. These are well-established organizations that have been vetted. The money here goes to delivered aid, which will include food, water, blankets, emergency housing, clothing, medical assistance, and more. It's a really good blanket donation for humanitarian needs. And it's a good way to kind of put your money towards something that you know will do really well. And the web address for that is ukrainecrisisappeal.org. Okay, and that's all one word, ukrainecrisisappeal.org. Okay, so the next donation would be for donations to the Ukrainian army, which will help to go towards purchasing supplies for volunteers as well as the army itself. It's done by a charity called Come Back Alive, one of the most accountable and trustworthy charities working for the military since 2014 when the war in the East versus the separatists happened. The charity has been providing the military with auxiliary equipment, specialized software, drones, personal body protection, training and other supplies ever since it was founded. Okay, and this is savelife, all one word, .in.ua/donate. And you'll have to change the language to English, which will be in the top right-hand corner. You'll see UA, change it to EN, and then you can see in the donate section everything in English as to how to donate. Lastly, for helping children, specifically, would be Save the Children, which is a pretty famous charity for helping children, specifically humanitarian aid, hygiene kits, cash grants to families, places to stay, food, medicine, psychological help, which is extremely important for children, especially in dire times like these, in awful environments like war as you can imagine, the profound effects that might have on a child who are unable to rationalize what's happening around them. I mean, it's hard enough on adults, let alone children. Okay, and if you just search for Save the Children, you'll be able to find their website really easily. Okay, and the last link I'm going to give is a comprehensive list with many resources, including those for refugees fleeing in Ukraine. And the website address is https://helpsaveukraine.com. Okay, it gives you a nice summary of links that you can use, containing things like donations, refugee sources, demonstrations, news, and more. Extremely useful website. I used it to help compile this list. Okay, all the links will be below. I'll make sure that they're posted there for easy clicking. Okay, and lastly, if you don't want to financially donate, that's perfectly okay. You can join protests in your city. It means a lot to Ukrainian people to see faces promoting peace in Ukraine, promoting support for Ukraine, and getting the message out there. If you know a media organization that might be interested, try to put them in touch with somebody who can talk to them. The more the word gets out, the more people are involved, the better things will be. There have been demonstrations all around the world, even in small towns and cities across the globe. You can join the Ukrainian community groups, often found on Facebook. For example, there's one here in Perth, and many people can guide you to ways and points of help you can contribute to. Okay, tried not to make this video too long. I really hope this list will help people basically direct some of their help if they're keen. And remember, the community groups are there to help people. They're quite responsive, so if you join, they'll be more than happy to help you, and there'll be many different people contributing. Okay, I wish everybody in Ukraine peace. I want everybody to be safe, but at the moment, I don't think that's a reality. And we need people to step up military support. Financial aid has been fantastic. Keep promoting those ideas. And Slava Ukraini!